Hello YouTube, this is Winward and welcome to another Minecraft video. Today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on how to find the Stronghold in Minecraft using at most 3 ender pearls. More than likely it'll take less because there's a pretty high chance that you'll actually get the ender pearl back when you throw it. Yeah, you see you got it back there. In order to be able to do this, you need some basic algebra skills. You don't need a graphing calculator, you don't need any of that. You just need some kind of scientific calculator or the calculator on your computer, or and you need, in America, what would be considered Algebra 1 skills. You need to know some basic variable manipulation and point slope form on the xy plane, and y equals mx plus b form. But if you have all those skills, this should be pretty simple. I just came up with the idea one day. I'm sure someone else has done this before, but figured I'd make a tutorial since specifically for this, because why not? So let's get started. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the ender pearl from a certain point. I've marked it with a torch here, and then we're gonna follow it to wherever it lands, and then mark that point and record both sets of coordinates. This is very important for the calculation. So I'm just gonna throw this. We'll write down the coordinates. So you see I'm at x107, z226, and if we throw this and follow it, you can see we are at x94, z228. So you want to write those. Well, you would do the same thing and then write those two sets of coordinates down. Then you want to go back to the first point, and you can do this along the z or x axis, doesn't really matter. Go a few hundred blocks at least along one of the axes. I'm going to go along the positive z axis. I'm going to stop recording here and fly over there. Alright, so I have come here to this point. We are at x107, still like the other one, and z556. So I'm going to go ahead and do this again. Follow, see where it lands. Okay, so we are at x94, z553. So I'm going to write those coordinates down. And then what we're going to do is use those two sets of coordinates to create, the y coordinate doesn't matter. We're going to create two lines on the xz plane, and the idea is that their intersection point is the location of the stronghold. Since both pearls float towards the stronghold from different points from along the same axis, we can calculate the location pretty accurately, as long as our first coordinate marking was correct. So I'm going to stop recording here. I have some signs set up with how we're going to actually make the calculation, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we are back here where we started, and I have some signs set up to run real quick through the calculations with you on how you would find the stronghold in your own world. So I have the first set of points here where we started and where we stopped. So using this is going to be for the first line. We are going to use the formula for the slope of the line. We need the slope of this line. So it would normally be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I've exchanged the y with the z since y is up and down in Minecraft, and we need the z. So if we plug those numbers in, we get the slope of line 1 to equal -1/6. So if we have the slope and we have a point, we can use point slope form. So point slope form is y minus y1, in which case y1 would be one of these points. I've used the first point here. It doesn't matter, you can use either one. So z minus z1 equals m, which is the slope, and then open parentheses x minus x1 close parentheses. So if you plug those numbers in, your equation for this first line is z minus 226 equals negative 16 open parentheses x minus 107. Very simple. Keep in mind, if any of these coordinates are negative, when you subtract the negative, it will become positive, so just be careful of that in your own worlds. So if we do this again for the second line using the same formulas, we get the slope to be 3/13 and the equation to be z minus 556 equals 3/13 x minus 107. I forgot to close the parentheses there. So since we are trying to find the point where the z's and the x's for both lines are the same, we can set the side with x from both equations equal to each other. And using this, we can see if well, first you would change this to equal z, and then you take z from the first one or second one and you plug it in for z of the opposite one. So you are essentially setting the two x sides equal to each other, and you get this equation. If you do some fancy algebra skills, you will get x to equal 724 for this world anyway. So that is the x coordinate of the stronghold, or negative 724, sorry. And then you can take this number and plug it back into one of these. I've chosen the second one since it's all positive. So if you plug in negative 724 for x here, as you can see, you get the z coordinate of the stronghold to equal 364. So that is it. I am going to fly to those coordinates and we'll see how accurate we were here. I haven't actually gone there yet to see if this was correct, but this is the method you want to use in your world. So if you just know point slope form and y equals mx plus b form, which is this, and the formula for slope and some basic variable manipulation skills, and you have a calculator, you can pretty easily, throwing the ender pearl 2 times, calculate the general location of the stronghold, and then you throw it a third time in that area to find its exact location, most likely. So I'm gonna go fly to those coordinates and I will be right back. Alright, so we are here at the coordinates we calculated, and as you can see, it's negative 724, z positive 364. So if we go ahead and throw another pearl here, so it's telling us to go in this direction. We'll just fly this way a bit. Let's try here maybe. And there we have it. This is where the stronghold is, within about 100 blocks of where we calculated. That's pretty good. I've gotten more accurate before. It varies, you know. We'll just go ahead and block myself in here. Okay. And there we go. We are at the end portal, calculated 3 or 4 throws of an ender pearl. Very simple. This is great. This works fantastic if you are low on ender pearls. I hate hunting endermen. It's scary with the new noises, and it's a real pain. So this is just one way that you can do that. So that's about it for the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please do leave a comment. I've increased the volume. I know the last video that I put out, the volume was really quiet. I've improved that by quite a bit this time, I think. Hopefully it turns out okay on YouTube. And I know the last video was dark as well. I've made an effort to make it day as much as possible when I record. But yes, thank you for watching, and have a great day.